Good morning, it's Katie Lebeds from Learning to Lean, a day in the life of a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt. This morning, in partnership with NWTC, I am holding a yellow belt training class and very excited to be able to be working with a local pharmacy this morning. So that's a different industry, and it just shows that you can use these concepts in any industry. They're just so helpful, game-changing, process-enhancing. Any industry can benefit from using these concepts. One of the concepts that we talk about in class, though, is a constraint. So if you haven't read The Goal or the Phoenix Project, I highly suggest it. Every class I talk to, whether it's yellow belt, white belt, green belt, it doesn't matter. We talk about the constraint. So what is the constraint? And I also suggest reading, obviously, my books or reading The Goal by Goldratt or the Phoenix Project if you're into IT. They're real stories, so they're fictional stories, but it's not a textbook. So it's talking about somebody that's at work that has some challenges and how to use lean concepts to solve those problems. But in the book, we talk about the constraint. The book, The Goal, uses the phrase the Herbie. So the constraint is the Herbie. So where is your constraint? And I was thinking about that this morning. And if you think of a fenced-in yard or a pasture, as I let our horses out this morning, where is the constraint in a fenced-in yard or a pasture? That would be the weakest link or the weakest point of entry, right? So for us in our pasture, that would be the gate. So the gate is the weakest link in that entire fenced-in area because that is the area in which they have the quote-unquote easiest access to escape. So the constraint is where we, if you think of a funnel, it's the bottom of the funnel, right? It's the pinch point. That's where we want to focus our efforts on the constraint, where you think, gosh, our process works really well until we get here. Here is the constraint. And then we want to focus on how can we eliminate the Herbie or eliminate the constraint. Now, keep in mind, you will always have constraints in your process. So that's very normal. If you solve one constraint here, it's probably going to pop up somewhere down the line again. And that's just part of continuous improvement. So think about where's the constraint in your process. Also, if you haven't read my books or if you have not read The Goal or the Phoenix Project, I highly suggest that you do. Thanks and have a great day. If you'd like more information on how to obtain any of your Lean Six Sigma certifications, please contact me today and I'd be more than happy to help you, especially if you are familiar with the grant process and we can work together with NWTC to reduce the cost of your training. So thanks. Have a great day. I'll check in soon again.